To start, we're going to take our 20 gauge wire and we're going to hook the end and we're going to create a little loop, and then we're going to fold it upon itself in order to create a bigger loop. Once you've created the loop, we're going to bend our wire so that it's perpendicular to the rest of the wire so that it's flat on the top. And now we're going to take a small ball of yellow gum paste and create a smooth ball. This ball is going to be slightly bigger than the size of a pea, but no bigger than a marble, so a happy medium. Once that's done, we're going to dip our wire into our egg whites and insert it into our ball. Once our wire is inserted, you're going to want to secure your gum paste to your wire by pinching the bottom, and you might need a little cornstarch here. Just if your fingers get sticky with the egg whites, just use some cornstarch to smooth out your ball. I have this generic centers mold that I'm just going to use to give an impression onto my center. If you don't have one, that's okay. You don't need it. You can use a toothpick to create texture on it as well, but just smooth out your ball so that you're happy with it, and then you're gonna let it set to dry. You can also add a little bit of texture, like I was saying with the toothpick, to add more depth and texture. I'm going to use this daisy plunger set. I'm the small and the medium size, and then I'm going to roll out my gum paste to a 6 consistency on a pasta roller, and then punch them out using the cutters. Next, using the yellow side of your cell pad, you're going to take your Dresden tool and you're going to apply pressure and lengthen your petals, pulling outwards towards yourself. At this point, I like to go back in with the sharp side of my Dresden tool and go back into some of the petals and add some texture to create some movement and to also create a veined look. Now grab your center and you're going to apply some egg white to the bottom of your center, and then insert it into the center of your petal. At this point, I like to carefully go back in and add a little bit more egg whites to the side, and then I'm going to pinch the petals around my center so that they're slightly attached. They're not going to be 100% attached, and that's okay, but you'll see what I mean here when I go in and how I dry them. So I have this small piece of foam. It's I think something you would typically find for your bed or for pillows, that kind of stuff, but I use it for drying flowers. And I'm just going to insert the wire into the foam, and into like one of the little divots I'm going to place my center. At this point, I just play with it until I'm happy with it, and I make sure all my petals are kind of facing the way that I want them to. Also, I just make sure that, I'm happy with how the center is laying. So now on to dusting. We're going to use a little bit of yellow. I've toned it down a little bit with some cornstarch, and we're just going to dab it into our centers, being sure not to get onto our actual white petals. If it does get on there a little bit, that's okay, especially close to the center, because it'll make it look more realistic. I'm now I'm going to just hit it with a little bit of green at the bottom just to give it a little, make a little calyx on there. And that's it, a super easy daisy, and you can make a bunch of these and make something really cute. If you liked this video and you're going to give these daisies a try, don't forget to like and subscribe down below. See you next time, friends!